So this is George, and he's about to solve one of the hardest math equations in history. By accident. You see, one day, George was running late to class. But by the time he arrived to his math class, everyone, including the teacher, were all gone. All that remained were two equations on the board. And George thought that this was the assigned homework for the week. So he copied the equation onto paper and brought it home with him to work on it. The day before the homework was due, George realized how difficult these equations were compared to previous assignments. But seeing how his classmates seemed to not be as stressed as him, he thought it was a him problem. So he spent the whole night writing down equations and calculations and handed in the assignment in to his professor the next morning, thinking he had flunked the assignment. Fast forward a few weeks, George gets called into his professor's office. Expecting the worst case scenario, he nervously sits across his professor's desk. But to his surprise, the professor was more shocked than angry. Turns out the two equations from the board weren't the homework assignment, but rather the two most unsolved problems in the history of statistics, which most mathematicians aren't able to solve. And George here answered them correctly. So I guess the saying, you snooze, you lose, doesn't actually apply to everyone.